now we come to the most important organelle of the cell, that is the nucleus. It is the largest organelle of the cell and it is considered to be the most important organelle located in the center of the animal cell. Now, what are the structures that are present in the nucleus? First, it consists of double membrane, two membrane, and in between there are some gaps, so nuclear pores are there. Now inside the nuclear membrane there are so many thread-like structures. These are called chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers. Now these thread-like structures, when the cell enters the stage of division, at that time these thread-like structures, they become rod-shaped and then they are known as chromosomes during cell division. Now along with this there is a rounded structure, dense rounded structure, which is called nucleolus. Now this function of this nucleolus is, it will undergo, what is the function of this nucleolus? It will help in the production of ribosomes and hence ultimately it participates in protein synthesis. Now what these chromatin fibers do? These chromatin fibers, when they change themselves or they condense themselves into chromosomes, then these chromosomes, they carry the genes. The chromosomes, they carry the genes, and these genes are actually the hereditary units. What they do? They take transfer the characters from the parents to the offsprings. So we can say that ultimately nucleus is the organelle which is responsible for transmission of characters from one generation to the other. And these genes, they are made up of DNA. So what do we see? That nucleus is one of the most important organelle of the cell and it regulates and coordinates the various activities of the cell. Also, it plays a very important role in cell division. So children, with this we complete all the cell organelles. Now we will discuss about the cell inclusions. That is, as I already told you in my first video, that cell inclusions are the non-living parts of the cell and there are two inclusions. One is vacuole, which is mainly present in the plant cell, and this vacuole, it is surrounded by a membrane. That membrane is called tonoplast, and inside this there is what things are present? It's a clear space and it contains the water and other substances in solution form. So, and what is the function of this? It gives a particular rigid shape to the cell. Now so important one here is tonoplast. You get the question in name the following. The membrane surrounding the vacuole is tonoplast. Coming to the last one, that is the granules. These granules, they are present freely in the cytoplasm and these are the small particles, and what do? They store the starch or they store the fat. As you have seen in the structure of yeast cell, there are the fat storing granules. So these two, that is vacuole and granules, these two are non-living parts of the cells and called inclusions. So with this we complete the entire structure of the cell. Now children, you will be getting questions on differences between plant cell and animal cell, which is already given in your textbook. Please go through it. Diagrams you practice for plant cell, animal cell, bacterial cell, all these are given in your textbook. And one more important thing is, another term that you get is the protoplasm. What is that protoplasm? It is the entire living content of the cell. The cytoplasm and the nucleus, all the total living content which are present inside the cell, that forms the protoplasm. And these protoplasm, it consists of proteins, carbohydrates, fats and mineral salts. Along with it, water is also present. Okay children, now you have the last topic, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic, it is the primitive cell, and eukaryotic, it is the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Children, please go through the differences. This is a very important question. Prokaryotic is primitive type of cell. Eukaryotic is the more advanced cell. Here you will find no well-defined nucleus. No well-defined nucleus. Here you will find well-defined nucleus. Also, in the prokaryotic cell, you will find no membrane bound organelles. No membrane bound organelles. But here you will find membrane bound organelles. These are the major differences. Still then, there are differences given in your textbook. Please go through it. And with this, I conclude this chapter. We have come to an end. But children, before completing it, let me tell you, I think I have tried to explain the chapter to my level best. Hope you all have understood also. And the last thing is the exercise part, children. Please go through the exercise part. Try to solve it. Every information is given in your textbook. Try to solve the exercise part. Thank you so much for watching the video.